So here's the YouTube link to share. All right, so we should be good over here. I didn't put any moisturizer on my face, and I feel it.
Does that mean is that like a black card thing?
What?
Moisturizer on the face in the morning.
I don't know. I didn't put any moisturizer on my body either.
Mm.
I was in a rush. I
I
was in a rush.
The biggest thing for me is my hands
Mm-hmm.
when they're. I mean, obviously, you feel it, but like when I go to the bathroom or something, you wash your hands and ugh, there's no lotion around.
Mm-hmm. I have a new soap too, and it extra dries out my hands.
Hmm. I hate it.
Oh my God, now my keyboard acting silly. Y'all, I don't want to do all this today, okay?
Okay. Not today. All right,
Okay, why did
that's
this just
done.
automatically. This stuff just be doing, sir. It's not brands, business, and boundaries yet. Hey, y'all. If you're watching, come and say hi. Also, if you're over on the Kimberlyn Jackson page, I invite you to come over to the Mind of My Black Ass Business page because that's where the main chat is. Trying to scoop everybody up, if you will. Okay, so I'm going to warm my tea up really quickly while you do get settled in things.
Yeah, tea.
And then I'm going to turn the morning meditations up just a little bit. A BRB.
Okay.
The relationship between my work ethic and my well-being are a healthy one. I entertain reimagining my well-being, fueling my grind. I allow myself to be still and listen to divine guidance to give myself permission to be loyal to my intuition. I won't rush things. Let me stress out. RIP anxiety. I create what I want on my day to feel like. I get to choose those thoughts. My weekend is not a retreat from my weekdays. My life, my feelings are not determined by the end of the week. My life has no day. It has moments. I receive the truth of this. I work on believing this more. I release the temptation to practice that habit of sacrificing my nutrition for the grind. I'm a hydrated one. Knowing my well-being is the tool to my focus because of my work, I create agency for my business practices improving. I will organize my admin.
So remember, we were trying to figure out if we can stream to multiple pages.
Uh huh.
We can, because right now I'm streaming on Mind of My Black Ass Business and on Kimberlyn Jackson. We just have to have the login information. So, for
Okay.
example, I forget which thing we were trying to figure that out for, but as long as we give each other the login information for it, it'll be one of the channels that'll be available.
I think we were saying go live with this for the Let's Talk Sis Instagram page.
Oh, now that's a different thing because we got to do the stream to do it. So that's going to take a
Right.
little bit more. Okay.
Which I did that. I don't think we plugged it in And I also don't remember what I did. So let me see. What did I do? I think I asked chat.
I can't compromise my understanding. Literally, the only
Um,
possibility for me. So I put my life and work in order in alignment with flow so I can get this work done. On a daily basis, I make the choice to flow. I arrest the temptation to enroll my mind, body, and soul into anxiety, stress, and burning myself out. I trade in my
no,
work
we
ethic
were on
for
Patreon. No, on
so I
Restream
would never
itself,
seek
and it
validation
told me what to
from
do.
my work. Even when I'm
It
faced
said
with
go live. I
difficulties,
think
automatic, seems like lack
a
and
live
overload,
video.
I choose to be at ease. I choose to breathe and flow, knowing all is well, and I remain proactive with what is required of me. I'm a human being, not a human doing. I accept
Okay,
this
here it is.
goodness, love,
Copy the
patience,
stream key, enter it into the software, into your streaming software.
and life. I am
Select
exhibiting
go live on your streaming software,
this together.
connects and
I'm a business
displays.
woman. You heard?
Distribute software that's best for you depends on if you go live. Use the IG Live Producer tool to preview video. Okay, so I guess I gotta give you the stream key.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can make it happen.
I'm
If
sure we
it,
freaking can.
if it can be that simple. Let's see. If I press the plus.
Of course, sometimes shit go down when it's two geniuses on the restream.
Okay. What's the thing? Let's talk dot sis
Podcast.
dot sis podcast. Oh wait, I gotta get the stream key first. Hold on. Where did you put it?
WhatsApp chat.
Okay,
Or you want to put it here on restream?
it's okay. I got it. Copy that. So let's see. Let's see if we can figure something out right quick. Channels, Instagram. Let's talk. That's this podcast. Stream key. Add channel. Go to Instagram to edit title.
Right
Okay.
now?
If I turn this on, I just want to turn it on, please. Okay, whatever. Bruh, skip this and just turn on the thing. Oh, is it because okay, so we may not be able to do it this time because I didn't select the landscape and portrait view. We're only in landscape. Okay. In theory, it looks like it was that simple to just add it. In theory.
Damn, we already done sent out
So
the links. I was gonna say should we just restart, but okay, that's fine.
yeah.
Now we know.
Okay. We're trying to be techies. Uh, um, happy Thursday.
Hey girl, happy Thursday. Oh, what did I do?
All right. That was me. I muted myself.
Oh,
I had to get Google together. I didn't want to be yelling in the what you call them
got it.
in the mic.
So apparently you can't even go
Um
live from Instagram without a streaming thing. That's interesting. From your computer, that is. That's weird.
oh, that is interesting. Um okay, so we'll have to make a note to remember that next time.
Mhm.
Um So the meditation or the meditation that just went off, it was talking about flow state. Matter of fact, oh, are they gonna let us listen to it? I don't know. I feel like Tony Jones's music allows itself to be listened to because I wanted us to talk about what we need to do to get into our flow state. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Girl, what you got going on over there? So I'm gonna give us 4 minutes to listen to this. Oh, wait, where did your camera go? Oh, okay, you're still there. I'm gonna give us 4 minutes to listen to this. And then on the other side of this, I would like to talk about what we need to do to get into our flow state. Um, and then we can go from there. All right. You'll have to let me know if you can hear it. Wait, hold on. Okay. Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
Yes, I can.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
I'm unapologetic with my priorities. I ask for help despite my mental stories of being told no. I create my daily ritual. I commit to my non-negotiables. I've experienced benefits from burning out. The wins from Team No Sleep are bossy. But I'm entering a new level of my worth ethic. An evolved way to do business, knowing the business of my life deserves me to flow. The relationship between my work ethic and my well-being are a healthy one. I entertain reimagining my well-being, fueling my grind. I allow myself to be still and listen to divine guidance to give myself permission to be loyal to my intuition. I won't rush anything. I choose not to stress out. RIP anxiety. I create what I want my Monday to feel like. I get to choose those thoughts. My weekend is not a retreat from my weekdays. My life, my feelings are not determined by a day of the week. My life has no day. It has moments. I receive the truth of this. I work on believing this more. I release the temptation to practice the habit of sacrificing my nutrition for the grind. I'm a hydrated woman. Knowing my well-being is the fuel to my gorgeous worth ethic. Because of my worth, I create agency for my business practices improving. I will organize my admin tasks for my business. I no longer procrastinate because I release the belief that I procrastinate. I treat my time as my moneymaker. I am a source of power in my business. I am not a slave to my business. I know and I learn my numbers for my business, or I find someone who can. My business systems are of excellence. I attract assistance to the needs of my business. I know who I serve. I'm clear on my strategy to be powerful, impact people, and to profit. I'm so aligned in my professional and personal and purposeful path that I know when to pivot. This harmony is so fly. I am in complete harmony with myself, transforming my work ethic to my worth ethic. I am not a perfectionist. I am an excellentist. I can't compromise excellence, and that's not my standard. Literally, excellence is the only possibility for me. So I put my life and work in order, in alignment to flow, so I can get this work done. On a daily basis, I make the choice to flow. I arrest the temptation to enroll my mind, body, and soul into anxiety, stress, and burning myself out. I trade in my work ethic for my worth ethic. So I will never seek validation by the results of my work. Even when I'm faced with what it seems to be problematic, seems like lack and overwhelming, I choose to be at ease. I choose to breathe and flow, knowing all is well, and I remain proactive with what is required of me. I'm a human being, not a human doing. I accept this full life of business, love, relationships, achieving, and responsibility. I manifested this full life. I am in business on purpose, not a business that makes me a busy mess. I'm a businesswoman. You heard?
So I dropped a few things that were bubbling up for me while I was listening. But the question on the floor is, what do you need to do to get into your flow state?
Yeah. So I just was kind of writing down some words or things that were coming up in response to the question. So I have music, I have beverage, I have whimsy, one small task, surrender, kindness, humility, comfort, and modes. Those
Mm,
are the words.
I'm here for that. So it's almost like it's like a checklist. I need to have these particular things, but then I also need to embody, if you will, like these particular characteristics.
Yeah. One small task is in response to my ADHD, in that like sometimes I will want to do something, but my mind just takes over in regards to all of the tasks, all of the things required, the setup. And because I do like an experiential lifestyle, is I can't just do the bare minimum on a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I gotta
Mm-hmm.
I gotta have all the things, right, that I listed. Um and I like sometimes to drink in a specific cup, and like, or if I, make a plate, or I want it to look nice, or I gotta have my setup. Like, so I just like one small task for me is just like, okay, if I just generally, I know if I just kind of start something out, honestly, probably end up going longer than I say. I say I only do it for an hour and it becomes two, or I'm only gonna do one portion and then I end up doing the whole thing. So
Mm-hmm.
there's
You just
that.
gotta get started.
Yeah. Um Surrender and kindness, just because when you think about a flow state and humility, it's not of me necessarily. It is in that I am the vessel and I am uniquely designed and gifted to receive this specific download. But the surrender is allowing myself to be open to whatever that download
Mm-hmm.
is.
Mm-hmm.
Kindness, in that this is my very first time on earth, so if there's a project, if there's something I'm trying, if I want to do something, like if I mess up, it's not the end of the world. Like, I just keep going. We're just gonna keep going. Okay, like we're just gonna keep rolling, and be kind to ourselves about it. Learn, what we did fuck up on. Okay, now let's not do that again. Be kind. And then humility, because I think people get humility wrong, in that like humility requires that you acknowledge your greatness. That is first. Like, for me to even be humble, I must know that I am great. I must know that I am gifted, I am special, I am whatever, fill in the verb here. And I am choosing, though, to again, for me, it's know that it's not only because of my being that I am these things. It is because I am receiving downloads, I am working with people, I am in collaboration with tools and skills, and so I know that it requires more than just me to get this
Mhm.
greatness that you see. So for me, that is the humility, in that when I am flowing and I come to something that maybe I don't know, or maybe I did really well, it is important to acknowledge that there are other people that can either help me or that have helped me, so that if I want to continue to be great, if I want to continue to repeat, I must continue to be open to those downloads, continue to collaborate with those people. So that for me is what humility is about. It's not so much shrinking or not knowing that I am great, but it is knowing what other things need to be involved in order to cultivate whatever.
Mhm.
Comfort, I got to be comfortable. I don't really care what I'm doing. If I'm going out, if I'm staying in, like I just I need to be comfortable to do anything, because it's gonna bother me. Whatever is making me uncomfortable is gonna just like it's gonna take up my mind. And then modes, when I say that, I mean like as a creative, like let's say I had to make flyers for girls' night in. I have to plan girls' night in. Well, first I'm going to maybe come up with all the themes for all the months. That's the mode, like the themes. Then I'm going to come up with all the agendas for all the different months. That's that mode. Then I'm going to plan the copy for all the promotion.
Mhm.
Then
Mhm.
I'm going to create the flyers for all the things. So like just being in a certain, versus you could do it month by month, where okay, for August I'm gonna plan the event, then I'm gonna plan the copy, then I'm
Mhm.
gonna do the flyer for it, then I'm gonna post every. I don't particularly like to do that. That's still technically you can say that's mode, but like that's just not how my brain works. So I just kind of want to flow through everything in this zone, so I don't even have to worry about copy again no more.
Mhm.
Be done with copy.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, those are my things.
Yeah, I appreciate the verbiage that you put to it. Just on that last point, I think I'll go last backwards. I think my brain needs more of what you described in the batching, and we're just doing this right now, as opposed to the going through the entire process. I don't seem to be switching enough to be able to make that efficient. So I appreciated hearing that, because I think I need to make that switch. The word that was standing out for me a lot was not necessarily humility, but it was surrender. And the one of the things I have one of the first things I wrote down was I need to be still. That for me is the thing that needs to happen before anything else can happen. Is like I really just have to sit down and be still, so I can receive instructions, receive downloads or whatever, and allow things to be open, allow myself to be open so things can flow through me. um the difficulty for me a lot of times is in the being still, because I'm doing so many things at one time. And so that's something I'm actively working on, is helping myself to have the moment where I get still. Because once I get still, much like you talked about the do the one small thing, once I get still and once I hear, the things just naturally flow. It's like you've got your marching orders and go. But if I'm not still before that, I'm kind of just aimless. I'm kind of just walking around from pillar to post,
Pillar
place
to
to place.
post.
I don't, yeah, I'm just kind of out here. And so that was a big reminder for me. The surrender, a lot of times, oftentimes for me, feels reckless sometimes. In I should be doing something, I should be doing something, when in fact, the doing that I need to be doing is listening. Um, and so the last thing that I wrote that I wanted to uplift is when she said, I'm a human being, not a human doing. I feel like I need to be more
Mm-hmm.
and focus on being, because when I do that, when I come from that state of mind and from that posture, um I'm flowing. Like I'm literally, I'm not thinking about every single step. It's not like I'm doing this, I'm doing that, now I got to go do this and this. It's just
Mhm.
like the things are just flowing because I'm being. In that moment. So those are the things for me that help me get into a flow state. So we want to know for you all what helps you get into the flow state. You can tell us in the comments, or if you're watching here, you can tell us in the chat. Um, but I do think it's important for us to recognize that because, as you stated, if I know that these are the things that help me get there, then I can repeat those things and then I'll be in the state of flow,
Yeah.
right? But sometimes we are not necessarily being meta about about the things that we are doing. And so, just to wrap this up and go back to answer your question of what meta means. So, meta refers to metacognition. I do not know that people know that that's what that means when they say that. I think they are just saying something to sound like they know what they're talking about. But it is supposed to be used in the context of I'm thinking about my thinking. So, for example, we
Mm.
were just thinking about the things that we need to do to be able to get into a flow state. That's you taking a moment to think about your thinking. Because to answer that question, you had to say, okay, flow state, what do I do to get in flow state? What are those things? Okay, I do this, and then sometimes I do that, which makes me think this, and then that's meta. It's getting metacognitive, is what it's supposed to mean. Now, how these streets are using it, I can't attest.
Okay, because I was watching a podcast and they were reviewing Housewives show, of course, and
Mhm.
they were talking about how, as the cast, he was saying at some point being a housewife becomes meta, because I think what I was getting was he was like, being a housewife becomes the thing to be as opposed to
Mhm.
being
Who you
yourself
are.
a
Mhm.
housewife,
Mhm.
right? So you're like, so
Mhm.
you're trying to do the extra as opposed to that's just what you do, which is why
Mhm.
we're interested.
Mhm.
So I don't know if that makes sense still. And he was like, it
And the
becomes meta, and so I was just confusion a little bit. I
I
don't know.
think
Let me
in
see.
that context, I would use more words like disassociative, and they become a character. I think what it sounds like you're saying is they become outside of themselves. It's like you're not living in your world. You
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
disassociate
mm-hmm.
from self, and now you are this person, and there's a disintegration that needs to happen. I don't know that meta is the right word to describe
And see,
that.
I thought they were describing it in sort of like this social media context. I thought like of to your point of I'm playing this caricature, this avatar.
Hmm.
I don't freaking know. I don't be getting it all the way. Next time I say I'm gonna clip it and I'm gonna send it to you so that you can understand what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyway, moving on.
So, we have on our agenda today that we are supposed to be working on scripting out commercials.
Indeed.
Are we still good to go with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. Um, so I know we had, and y'all tell us what you're going to be working on as you are here. I don't know. I wish there. Okay,
Dang,
wait.
I should have wore an
There
orange
is a
shirt
way.
today.
Would you say?
I should have wore an orange shirt today.
I actually didn't do this
Now you got
with
to do this.
intention.
Now we have to do it every week, so it's our uniform
It's our uniform.
for the coworkers.
Well, I don't listen. I don't mind the uniform. Number one. Number two, I don't have a.
Team
Or I do have
colors.
an orange and white. striped shirt and I have this blue shirt in this
There
color
you go.
scheme.
That's team colors.
But that's it. But I don't mind a uniform. Uniform, I love uniforms actually because it helps me not to have to think about things. Um, like when I didn't wear a uniform from preschool through eighth grade, I had to wear regular clothes and we didn't have any money. And so I didn't have a lot of clothes to wear. And so I feel like uniforms give the opportunity for to level the playing field. Um, Also, I never had to think of I don't like to wake up early. I don't want to have to think about extra things. That's not something that I want to do ever. Like I don't want to do it. And so having to wake up, what am I gonna wear today? What color is this? What is that? Do I want to this is what we wear to go to school. We put it on, boom, we out of here. 10 minutes flat. Like, and then I went to an all girls school, so I didn't even iron my uniform most days. If it was cold outside, I would shake it over the heater, knock them wrinkles out, and get out of here and on with
Never
your
over there.
day.
That's so funny. I appreciate the efficiency of a uniform. I don't appreciate the lack in variety. Again, that's
Hmm.
just my brain. We like it. We like the chaos. Give me more.
But see, why can't you
But
have like a
I
certain uniform set of things that you choose from? So, like in New Orleans, the girls would have their uniform headband, they would have their vest, they would have their ties. So, still
you sound
within
like
this
that man
context.
telling me. You sound like that man telling me when I said I'm a creative, and he said, "Well, you could put the sales numbers on the board in different color markers." That's
That
what you
definitely is
sound
not the
like right now.
same.
Yeah, headband,
I did not just say a headband. I mentioned several fashion options that would
a
be
scar.
available in that particular
Okay,
plaid
French
that gives
Prince.
variety.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. No,
Exactly.
I
I
mean
got a
I had to
here
wear
to turn this
uniforms. I
inside
did.
out.
I had to wear uniforms in middle
And
school,
you
but
hated it.
I didn't love it.
I
I'm
loved
not
it.
gonna. I'm not gonna say it because you already know. But you're not beating the allegations, friend. Every day you say something to tell on yourself. Every day. Nobody
I
asked.
do. I
It
know.
just comes out.
I notice it. I notice it every day.
Oh
Shekinah's alluding to the
gosh.
fact that I am embracing the fact that I'm a nerd. I just found out couple weeks ago that I'm a nerd. And so this uniform conversation is only underscoring that. And I agree. I'm full in now. Now I'm full in. And
Oh
so I
man.
am actively
I love it.
unmasking and sharing, the pieces that validate that. But yeah, my variety is in I used to do things like draw on my shoes. Like we would sign each other's Oxford shoes or like because even I had to wear skirts and our skirts could only be so short and it was just a lot to navigate. I have a big ass. And so I was like, let me just get some pants. And that's just what I wore. I'll find variety on the weekend. Like it's not necessary
Mhm.
for me within my clothes, but that's even I only have so many clothes. I have a capsule wardrobe right now. Like I don't care
I
about variety
do.
in that way.
So what I have incorporated as it pertains to a uniform is finding the how do I say it? The silhouettes or the type of clothes that I can
Mhm.
always
Mhm.
put on.
Mhm.
For
Mhm.
example, I love a big baggy pant. I love a dress, like a sundress, a little tank top dress. And that's that I can wear that, but I need variety of them. So
Mhm.
it's not
Mhm.
gonna
I
be
understand.
the same color of them, but I got a million and one little sundresses in there, and
Mhm.
a couple
Mhm.
of different types of the elastic band pants with a little that flare out a little bit and a t-shirt. That's my uniform. So in
Mm-hmm.
that way, I have a uniform.
That's
But
variety within your uniform. Mm-hmm.
correct.
Yeah.
Because again, I appreciate its efficiency. So I had to, how can I?
Give yourself what you need within the context of what needs to be done. Hmm.
Yeah.
Same story, different font. That's all.
Yeah, whatever.
Um,
Whatever.
Shekinah is also working on accepting her
No,
nerdhood.
she not.
She is very much divorced from the fact
She's
that
not
she is
working
a
on
nerd.
it.
She doesn't believe that she's a nerd. She's on her journey.
She's
So
not
right
working on
now
it.
she's in denial. That's what she is right now. So we'll see this progress over time because the more things that she shares about herself, y'all just be like, nerd, just point at her. Just, you know what? Put the nerd. I told you this is the
You gotta
sign
put the
language for
glasses, the
nerds.
nerd emoji in the chat.
This is the sign language for nerds. So you got to put the glasses emoji in the chat to symbolize when nerd shit happens because it's a process and you have to respect everybody's process. They're at a different place on their journey, And so, yeah. Hey, Jazz. So, anyway, today we are working on scripting out these commercials. Do you want to give some background to the people, more background than what I just said?
Yeah. So if you're new here, we got a lot going on. Okay, we got programming every day of the week, twice on Sunday. Okay, I don't even know is it twice on Sunday?
Sometimes.
Okay, so I might tell you a joke, but I won't tell you a lie. And so, with that being said, in the spirit of efficiency, okay, we want to create some commercials so that it's easier to plug all of these things that we have going on. So between Kimberly's podcast, my podcast, cookout, the girls' night in, the things, even down here to the co-working, we could just go ahead and press play real quick and y'all can see what we have going on, as opposed to us, having to articulate the same plugs every single time. So we just want to create some quick little commercials, 15 seconds or so, nothing too crazy. Some radio spots, if you will. So that we can do that. So yes, that's what we're working on. We have about 6 or 7, if that, different ones we need to create. So I think we'll be able to get it done within this time. And then y'all let us know, in the chat what y'all have going on and what y'all are working to complete today. Amen.
Amen. So, do we have a tab already in the docket that we're housing this copy?
No, we just have this very list. I figured we could just create a tab titled with whatever the
Okay. And
event.
we're doing this in the Let's Talk Sis docket.
No, in this docket, let me document. It's called list of commercials. I'm gonna send it in WhatsApp. This is the list we made with Jada.
Okay. I need to link these things somewhere so I'm not always looking for stuff. Um, Bro, they just be putting me in any Google profile, like any Google profile.
I think I'm going to voice text these because why not? It's on the phone. Nah, text.
All right. So do we within the Let's Talk Sis docket, we do have previous copy that we have been working on for these particular
Yeah, I was gonna
some
use
of
some
the-
of that. Okay.
so Also want to figure out how we can share music as we're doing this. So we would need
You don't want me
to.
to sing to you?
Oh, I don't know that I was prepared for that offer.
That offer. Girl, hush.
Such a generous offer. It really
Right?
is.
Oh, wow. Wow. Wow.
I
Amanda
just
got her little
didn't.
chocolate drop, I see. Her
Uh,
boo.
yeah, he
I
is.
just looked. I just randomly opened a Patreon and he was there. I know that was a very hard lift.
I didn't know where it came from.
FYI.
Okay.
FYI.
And look, I'm laughing because I knew what Amanda you were like. I knew what you were talking about. Um.
And also,
All
hi.
right. So wait, I want to change. How do
Jazz,
I
what you
change
working
the
on, friend?
views?
It's some things up at the top, like
See, no.
above the scenes, but below the chat thingy. I don't know.
Cause what thing? Oh, is it in this one? It's here. Okay, okay. Got it. So we're gonna do this. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Cause we be little bitty down there,
You could
boy.
put him down at the bottom too. You
I
could drag
can.
it. Mm-hmm.
Boom. Okay. We in business
Boom,
now.
shalaka laka.
We in business. I ain't heard boom shakalaka in a minute. Jasmine says she working on being awake, girl. God bless it.
Oh Jesus.
I feel that.
Get you some. Do you drink coffee, tea, green tea?
Can you add Kimberland at Kimberland Jackson to the document that you sent? I think it's only under Kimberland Jackson. Excuse me. I
Which
really am
one am I
craving
adding?
oatmeal. Kimberland at KimberlandJackson.com. Also, Jazz, I got your email. So I'm
It
gonna
says you're an
respond to
editor
that.
already. Oh wait, I'm looking
It
at the wrong
does.
thing. Sorry. Nope, it doesn't. Too many things. Too many things. There you go. Boom.
Okay. Thank you. All
Mhm.
right. So how are we organizing this? Are we creating individual tabs for each commercial and then putting the copy
Yes.
underneath that?
Yes.
That's what's happening. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm gonna work on Healing Circle, the Archive, the Frolicking Truth. So let me add subtext. Wait, not that. Delete that. Wait, cancel that. Okay. I want to add to a sub tab. There we go. All right. Excuse me. Jasmine, how do you drink your coffee? I live in Colombia and I don't be drinking coffee. Also, I feel like in my former life, I used to drink basically milk with a splash of coffee. Um, and then I stopped drinking coffee. Now I drink tea. But every so often I miss it. I also want to get into matcha. Do you drink matcha? I know it's an acquired taste. And sometimes I feel like maybe if I drink black tea, it'll give me the coffee feel. And then people be putting creamer in that too. I think I stopped drinking coffee because I could feel. Also, fun fact, I used to sell coffee. Um, I had a MLM coffee business. Um, but it was really hard for me to drink other coffees after that because that coffee was mushroom coffee, and I could tell the difference with like the boot. What would this be called? The rocket launch and the subsequent crash. And it was a lot because when I would crash, I would crash. I love Colombian coffee. Damn, 5 shots of espresso. Cut it out with white chocolate. I love white chocolate. I don't like chocolate, but I love white chocolate. 5 shots of espresso feels crazy. Is that a lot? I don't drink espresso. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I had a disproportionate reaction to 5 shots of espresso because I thought it's just one at a time, ain't it? I don't know how it works. I don't really be drinking coffee like that. You'll have to let me know. But what I do know is here when I have had coffee a couple times, um, it's definitely rich and strong. It's definitely rich and strong. And they don't really be having cafe con leche. They don't really be putting too much creamer up in that piece. If they put sugar, they really just be drinking coffee gasoline. It's crazy. It's like a Vietnamese coffee. You can make a 5 shot. Just have to program the machine to do three at once and then two. Oh my gosh. I've heard Vietnamese coffee is really good too, though. What makes a good coffee? Because why is it like Colombian coffee is so good or Vietnamese coffee is so good? Which they have a whole coffee
Mel,
region here.
that's what Mel was talking about on Gin and Juice. How she wanted her. Well, she was. That's what they were saying in the comments for her to get on that Vietnamese coffee.
Yeah, I've heard it's
She's
really, really
just
good.
discovering its effects.
Yeah. I don't know though, but here there is a whole like coffee region. Is actually where the earthquake what happened is over in the coffee region. And that's their primary thing is they slanging that coffee. Um and then I know like there's Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee is a popular coffee and it has a different quality. So I wonder what makes the coffee give. That's what I wonder. What about the conditions that it's grown in that makes it be like, nah, that's some good coffee right there. Is it the altitude? What is it? That's not.
Right. the richness of the soil.
Yeah, like what they do to make it do what it do. And Okay, she said, listen, I'm anemic and always fatigued. The 5 shots really help me function. I'm sure it would be a lot on a normal person's body. Got it. That makes sense. That makes sense. That anemia be taking us through there. Taking us through there, taking us through there.
All that caffeine will have my eye twitching.
It just be making I could feel it though. Like when I do decide, when I be like, man, I really want some coffee and I'll have some, I feel it. And like I be like, yay, the coffee has kicked in. But then I crash. Like I will crash hard. Um,
Hmm.
and so it's the crash part that made me be like, all right, we got to stop doing this. Now this is because it would be like now I can't function at all. Like now I'm just
Yeah, I need me a
blah.
little cup of coffee in the morning, and it's usually a treat if I if I have a second cup of coffee like later in the day. I'll be like, oh, a little coffee, but
What's your
it
coffee?
it doesn't like make. I guess in the morning, I feel like it's more of a mental thing as opposed to really
Uh-huh.
feeling the energy, because even when I drink it at night, it's not like it keep me up or make me any extra,
Mm.
whatever, whatever. But I just enjoy the coffee.
Yeah. And see, you're not having that espresso either.
No, no, no. Just a little right. And
Yeah.
sometimes I buy decaf. This one I have, it might be decaf. Sometimes if something on sale or something, but I typically do drink decaf for the fact of my eye be twitching.
Oh, you mean it literally be twitching. You weren't being
Literally.
hyperbolic when you
No, like girl, no dead ass be twitching like
That's
no. It's not
funny.
cute.
It's not funny, but that's funny.
Mhm. All right, next first Friday.
Outside is being so loud today. I also feel like I want some oatmeal. I also feel like I want a banana smoothie. Ugh. What is a girl to do? I'd be so tired of thinking about what I have to eat every day. I'm so over this. I'm over adulting. Okay, I feel like I finished mine.
I'm still working on Whimsy
Hmm.
and the Sisterhood.
Okay. No problema.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm done.
I had to find the screen. I was like, "Where are you?" I was trying to get the Discord server up for the gift
Mm.
competition,
Mm-hmm.
so I was down that road.
How's that going? Any
I
progress?
think I think I just finished it. Excuse me. I'm about to send you. Um, hold on.
Ooh, really
I'm
close.
about to send you an invitation to the community.
Do I even have Discord on my phone? I know I did at one point. But let me get her back. Oh, no,
All right. I think we're in, folks.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So then how do I add to this channel? So then invite to channel. I invite myself. Is that how that works? Oh no, I had sent the link. Okay, so I'm gonna send you this link. Are you on Discord?
I know I got one, but on it, no.
So I'm gonna send you. Where should I send this link to? I'm gonna send it in the
Sure.
cookout chat. The
Yeah,
cookout
I don't even know my account. Do I gotta register? Let me see.
Discord link to gift competition. All right. Yeah, you're gonna have to register, verify you're a human, all those things. And so I need to come over here and change. I need to change my profile picture over here. Um, okay, so how do I? So that's that. What's so funny over there?
Bruh, cracking up, ain't he? The hee hee ha ha
We want to laugh.
on that phone. Bruh.
He could laugh. It's okay.
Yeah, what is
We'll
so
let you.
funny?
We'll let you laugh, black
How
man.
you telling me it can't be the same as a password, but then it's not the same? And when I put in the password, it's not a password.
Okay, I have 10 too many. Besides, let's say this is a space where black folks get your breasts and it's
Bruh, it's me,
Why?
bruh. It's me.
What's happening?
It made me confirm my location and stuff with email and
They be trying to make
blah
sure
blah
that
blah.
you. Yeah, they really be trying to make sure that you. All right. I think I set this up correctly. I hope so. Minding my black ass business. Okay, cool, cool. All right. And so now if I come over here. Oh, I need to say something in here. Gift competition. There we go. I think I did it right. I'm proud of myself. Wait, it sounds like somebody else is here. Your brand bestie's here. Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I gotta be in the right thing. Hold on. So I gotta come back over here. All right. Very good. Very good. So how do I invite to channel? Okay, so I'm gonna copy this, set this link to never expire, or it expires in 30 days. What's today? I'm gonna set it to never expire. I feel like we should be able to start a gift conversation at any time. What the? That was a time to be alive. That was really a time to be alive.
Yeah. Indeed. Hmm.
All right, so let me link this in the cookout document. Gift competition. Link to Discord chat. All right. Time is it? We have 6 minutes until transition. So, do we want to go ahead and debrief? No, we're going to wait for Brands, Business, and Boundaries to debrief what we got done.
I'm ready. Let's go. We can just get into it. Let's can go.
Okay. No problem. All right, so let me
Indeed.
take this down.
La, 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 la. Bruh.
Your earrings are so cute.
I said we can hear you. Dolce.
We can hear you, brother.
Dolce. Burping. I did that. Yes. Belly. I know. That's why I'm letting you know we can hear you. I'm co-working. Yeah.
Yeah. He said I'm co-working.
No, nigga, put that shit on mute. Thank
He
you.
said I'm co-working. That's hilarious.
We are.
He said we bougie.
And it's there. Have some coof. Have some coof. It's free. It's free.
It's so
Okay.
funny to me. He
Gee
said, y'all
willikers.
bougie over
He
there.
just talking about his headphones and he can't hear nothing. Yeah, I apparently you living in your glory days over there. Be discreet. We are live.
Oh my God. That is funny.
Thank you about
Okay.
these earrings. I never wear them.
Yeah, they're really
So-
cute.
I had on polka dots today.
Okay, polka
Yeah.
dots. You know where
Thank
that
you.
comes from.
From your girl,
Mhm.
Amanda. Call back.
HBO special. Okay, polka dots. I love a
She
polka
told
dot
no lies.
situation.
It's polka dots are having a real resurgence right now. The girlies are wearing polka dots. Yeah. Yeah. Like yeah. And it's kind of a lot also. It's cute, but it's like everybody have on the same thing. It's the capris
Everybody has on
with
polka
the
dots.
tank top. And then it's like, or a variation of a tank top of sorts.
Ain't that
And here I
crazy how
am
things come
with the
back?
same thing. You know, yeah, I love it. I'm here for it.
Like 25 years ago, we was rocking capris and tank top. They doing the double layer tank tops again. They bringing those back in.
No, we ain't got that yet. We ain't got the double layer.
It's
And that was very important. It was very important that you coordinate the double layer. Yeah, I used to have this one that had these stars on it, and then I wear this yellow one up under it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I used to have me at least 2 on, sometimes 3. I had to make sure I had them colors represented. Okay.
And they had the lay just right. Beep, 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 beep. You got to see all the layers.
Yes.
And then don't let the tank straps, also be thin, real cami, and then a little thicker, and then a little thick. Oh yeah, that girl. In
that
every
girl.
era.
I love it. Oh my God. That's the best. Okay. I'm doing something different with the color scheme today.
I'm here for it. I like it.
We'll see. We'll find our swag. if you will, over the
I
ways.
see what you
Okay,
did
I
there.
think I done pressed all the buttons and I got all the things up from what I think. So I think we're ready to transition.
All right. Well, we're here now. We're pulling into the station, guys. Choo choo. Welcome back, guys, to another week of. Oops, hold on, because I'm not on my job.
Uh-oh.
Okay, here we go. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Brands, Business, and Boundaries. Hey, hey, happy Thursday. Hey, happy Thursday. Hey, happy Thursday. Welcome back, guys. My name is Shekinah. I'm one of your hosts.
And I'm Kimberland. What up?
What up, no? We are back. So this week, as every week, we do a little co-working and then we do a little kiki at the end. Okay. So tell the people what you got done today.
Well, today, collectively, we were working on scripting out the copy for some commercials that we want to, that we are going to record. And so I was able to knock out my half of the commercials and get the copy into our documents so that we can record that next week. I also was able to make the Discord chat for our upcoming gift competition that will be taking place at the Archive Cookout. So that was a really big thing off my list because I don't really be down there over there on the Discord, okay? But I found my way, okay? I found my way through, and we in there. Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
we in
Yeah.
there.
You were avoiding that at all costs. I just want you to know. And look
Not
at you.
necessarily
I'm so proud.
avoiding, just waiting until the capacity arose
That's fair.
so that I was
That's fair.
able to
That's fair.
dedicate the brain people.
Yeah, what she said.
What you got done over there?
Oh man, I was able to get some commercials done as well, which is a really big woosah to your point because I think it really is going to help a lot in the future. Just being able to plug those in, considering the amount of repetition we have in our events. So being able to kind of plug that in, knowing that it's taken care of and happening and letting the people know because part of the problem why the people ain't coming is the people don't know. We got to let the people know. So and having that asset to be able to like just post on the page every now and again
Mm-hmm.
and send to somebody
Yep.
real quick, and it's just an asset. It's an asset. So um really excited, and just is grateful for what this co-working time is for, just to check things off that running list of things to do so that we are better off, in the future. These are tasks we keep saying we want to do, we got to do, we got to get to, got to get
Mm-hmm.
to, got to get to.
Mm-hmm.
But having this time really allows us to kind of just switch on that mode, and to our point of the conversation we were having earlier, put our head down in this mode of writing real quick and get it done. And it's not that it even really took us a
Yeah.
long time. We did that in less than an
And it
hour,
really didn't. Oh my God, it
which
didn't
is
take long
crazy.
at all.
Yeah, and mind you, it's only step one of writing. But to my other point that we said earlier, it was one small task. Now that we got the writing out the way, okay, next thing all we got to do is come on here and record, which we're gonna do next week. So if y'all want to kind of see us recording our scripts, that is what we will be using our co-working time for next week. So it helps to get that ball rolling. Okay, we got to get the ball rolling. So if you have projects, tasks, things, that you've been kind of pushing back or pushing down on the to-do list, come on down to the co-working. It's an excellent opportunity to utilize body doubling, to be accountable to getting the things done that we say we want to get done. So amen to that. All right.
Fox, Fox.
So, today for our brands, business, and boundaries conversation, I wanted to kind of collide a couple of our universes in that Kimberly and I are founders of an internship program called Found Her Future. And we have some really, really, really good conversations with our interns in regards to, how to deal with work currently, in corporate structure and life, and also how to navigate their unique gifting and design to create the life that they want, ensure that every opportunity that they are in is actually serving them, in whatever way. Sometimes that does mean having a job and working for someone else, and sometimes that means it's time to pivot and move on to something else. But our work in the internship is to equip them, with some of the tools, resources, things that they can use to ensure that they are in situations and opportunities that are serving them. And so one of the recent conversations that we had, which was a really good conversation, was in regards to like who our ideal clients are, and how do we know who to work with, who not to work with? Do we work with friends? When do we work with friends? And I just felt that was a really worthy conversation. Uh-oh, wait a minute. What happened to my camera? I'm literally sitting here.
They said you was being cute, girl. They said she being too cute. Take her off of here. Put her back, restream. Put her back. But while you're figuring that out, I just want to underscore how helpful the metamorphosis has been. Even though I am also sitting in the space of being a founder and co-creator, there are so many brands that I have that I need to work on and have time to structure out. And so for me, it's been really helpful because once you know the process and once you know the questions to ask, you can do that for every brand that you have. So this go round, I have been working on carving out space to think through the archive, which is our Patreon community. And so it's really coming in handy because the archive has its own distinct personality, its own distinct mission vision statement, its own target audience, if you will, even though there is some overlap and crossover and connection and all of that, but it really is its own entity. And so, one of the things I've appreciated is being able to be in the space as a learner as well, because I don't know that I had previously thought about these particular things.
Hello, sorry about
Welcome
that.
back. No worries. So I was just sharing with them that I'm appreciating being a participant in the space, and it has given me time to also think through the different brands that I have. And each of those brands has a different target audience. So it has been helpful in having the conversations about who those people are. So I felt like you were about to say something to add context to that to throw us into our conversation.
Yeah, just that. So basically, we went through the process of determining what our ideal clients kind of looked like, thought about what was important to them, what mattered. But then we also put a grading scale to certain clients, in that certain clients are A plus perfect across the board. They pay on time. They respect what it is you do. They are interested in the work. They are participatory, in the things. And then there are certain clients where, yeah, maybe they could use your services, but they're not showing up on time. They're not paying invoices accordingly. You got to chase after them to get the things that you need to do your job. And, they constantly have to be convinced or whatever of, the value of the services that you're bringing. And so, I just kind of wanted us to talk through that exercise and some revelations or questions or whatever that maybe kind of came of it, because I know we don't often think about that, especially when we are building and we're first starting out. We see opportunity, we see clients, we see potential money on the line, and we try to jump at them. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if we aren't careful, we could end up kind of compromising our services, our self esteem, even our confidence, because we're trying to appeal and cater to a D client when that whole time they were
Mm-hmm.
never really aligned. So
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of want us to talk about that, because building is a sensitive time, and it is important that we are conscious of who we let in our space during these times. So I just wanted to talk about that.
These coworkers are cracking me up. so let me speak to the activity that we did. Like she kind of said, we basically had who is the A client, B client, C client, D client, F client, if you will. And then like really mapping out the behaviors, the things they might say, the things they might do, where we might find them, I feel like was really helpful. Um, because so one of the conversations that we were having with our interns is like sometimes we are attracting the wrong people because we are looking for the wrong people in the wrong space, right? For example, if we just take a leap over to dating, for example, right? I'm not finna find nobody that I really want to be there with down to the club. I don't be in the club. And so if you be in the club, we're not compatible. Like I'm not finna find you there. I might find somebody that I'm looking to date at the park, at a coffee shop, at an art museum or something like creative, right? And so that same type of thing, if I'm looking for my target audience, um, and I'm looking, for example, a lot of my business is online, right? So I find a lot of the people that I connect to on YouTube, I find them in the comments, right? I be in them comments, I be in them chats. That's where I find a lot of the people that I connect to. I might not necessarily find somebody I connect to at the grocery store if I don't have time to be able to really have an in-depth conversation with them. So I feel like that part was really helpful for me in really thinking through what you called it, the demographics and the psychographics of the people that. Now let me give y'all my understanding of what these words mean, because let me tell you. Who I'm not as a marketing specialist. But the demographics are basically like things like age range, location, industry, occupation, income, if you will. That's like the demographics, the things that describe who this person is or this target audience is. The psychographics, I believe, are the things that they think and do and the values that they have. Is that am I
You're
correct?
exactly right. Yeah, demographics are more quantifiable facts, if you
Okay.
will. Can typically kind of put a number behind them, a specific location, more finite
Mhm.
type information. Whereas
Mhm.
psychographics, yes, is values, beliefs, feelings, thought processes, the psychology involved in your person.
There you go.
So yes,
Mm-hmm.
exactly that. Yeah, and to your point of, just taking a moment to kind of think through all of these things, we can redirect or direct our effort in a way that is intentional, right? If we found like we had one that there was that one client I worked with that one time, and they were awesome. They were involved. They were creative with me. They paid early. They didn't question the rate. In fact, they found the rate to be favorable, all these things. Okay, let's think about that person, right? Let's think about, where do we meet them? How do we come across them?
Mm-hmm.
What matters to that kind of person? Where does that person operate, show up, find information? And, you know, we're using this client as a generalization, but at least it's a breadcrumb to where we can find more people like them, right? And I think we don't often think about that because, again, we're just trying to grasp onto anybody who thinks our idea, our concept, our service might could potentially be good, but we're convincing a C client when we wouldn't have to convince an A client. We
And
wouldn't
that's the
have to.
thing.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I don't. I think it was helpful for me in releasing, um, because what was the part that was on here? It was like, this is how you treat them. So a
Uh-huh.
ideal client, you prioritize them and you pursue them. In regards to a C client, where there's a legitimate need, there's some alignment, but we got gaps. They're not ready. They, kind of going around in circles. They don't, their life isn't set up for them to be able to actively participate in what we're doing. That's somebody that you might nurture, that you give them different things to help get them ready, like, hey, do this, and after that give me a call type thing. um in comparison to somebody who is ready, right? And I don't know that I had really been putting people in these categories per se. And I do feel that I've allowed some of my time to be used in doing more qualifying than I should, because I'm wanting the best for people, and I see that it is something that you need, but I also recognize at the same time that you're not really serious or ready per se. um I feel like that was a really big aha for me. And not that like, it also feels like a duh at the same time, but to see it, like, to see it mapped out like that gives me a thing to say. Now, is this somebody that I should be actively prioritizing and pursuing, or is this somebody that I'll be like, girl, go watch my YouTube videos, go
Mhm.
over there and, go get the ebook, go do the things, like, not you're not
Yep.
serious, and
Right.
so then I can free up my time for people that actually are serious and ready, and putting myself in position to build relationship with people who actually are serious and ready, instead of nurturing relationships that are already present but you're not serious and ready. So now I really do need to deprioritize you, because
Mhm.
now it becomes a leeching situation where you're taking from me and, picking my brain and like all of
Right.
this, but you're
Right.
not reinvesting or applying the things that I'm even
Mhm.
telling you to apply in this opportunity where you have to pick my brain. Access needs to be denied, or
Mhm.
adjusted, so that I'm not
Mhm.
prioritizing somebody who is just sitting here taking up space.
Correct. And what it gives us a opportunity to utilize wisdom, right? Because I now can see you for who you are, how you work or don't work with what I'm offering, and I can move accordingly. And it doesn't mean that we have to leave money on the table, if you will, because to your point, I can have offerings for D clients and C clients and B clients. The offering just doesn't maybe require so much of me. For a D client, I'm going to send you to that free video that's up. I did 5 years ago. Still valuable information, still very
Mhm.
helpful, but I don't have to actually participate in your getting of the thing. Your view gonna help me, leave me a comment, let me know what you think in the comments. So, that's gonna help me. But I don't need to spend my time going back and forth and with you, and you ain't even ready. Right. See
Yeah.
client, okay, come on down to this opportunity we have. Is free in the Patreon. There are other people, who are active in it. So then you're nurturing them. Now they can kind of see what you about. Oh, other people are
Mhm.
doing this. So then they could potentially come up to a B client or an A client. Maybe it's just taking a little more information or something additional to, convince them or move them up the scale, if you will. And so you have an offering that works for them and works for you. B clients, we're going to actively nurture these people, right? They may need a little extra time on the payment scale, but they're going to let you know, right? They may,
Mhm.
I got 4 kids, but I really want to be here. So they may be
Mhm.
canceling meetings, but when they are there and they are present, right? So we want to actively nurture them. And then I've already spoken on, A clients. But then there is an F client. There are people who are absolutely just not a client for
Not.
you. They in your ear, they
Mhm.
your DM, they in your comments. Oh man, I would love this. I really want this. When you dropping this, please put it out. Talking, 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 but they aren't active in the doing of the things that it requires, right?
Mhm.
They're not filling out the application. They're not sending you the pre-qualification documents. They aren't, registering on the website. I'm not pursuing you, big dog. I'm gonna let you keep. Yeah, girl, I can't wait till you show up. Yeah, girl,
Mhm. Mhm.
behind, whatever. But I'm not going to pursue you. I'm not even sending you the link to nothing for real because you're not serious.
You're
That's
not
still taking
serious.
my time. That's still taking my
Yeah.
and it gives us this permission to see people as they are. It doesn't mean they're a bad person. It doesn't mean even sometimes that they don't really want what you have. They may really, 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 really want and be a perfect fit for your program, for your service, for your offering, but them 4 kids, they just don't have time,
Yeah, just
or
not
they're
right
simply
now.
moving, or they
Mhm.
can't afford it, right? And it
Mhm.
allows you, hey, my rate is $1,200. For this this thing,
Mhm.
and I
Mhm.
can't come up off that for you, right? So then you have these other things, but I just think it really gives us permission when working with people, especially us as creatives, especially us who care, right, about people. We see we have a program that would actually really, really, really help you, and you're perfect for it. You're just not committed. So now I have to accept that, right? And I can't continue, like you said, to allow this to be a leeching thing where,
Yeah.
yeah, getting all this juicy good information, but when I ask you to fill out a feedback form, I don't get nothing back. When I ask you to
Mhm.
go do a comment, you can't participate, you can't show up in that way. Um so I want y'all, in the comments, let me know some of your experience with this, or how you feel about it. But I definitely just wanted us, to talk about this because I feel like it's not said enough in
Mhm.
in the building
Yeah.
phase.
It's been it really has been very helpful for me. And even just now when you were saying you can have an offer for those people, that offer just does not include you.
Hmm.
And I think one of the things that I struggle with, especially in the line of work that I do, is, I'm big no person left behind energy, so I'm
Yeah.
wanting you to be able to have access. There are even ways to be able to work with me without ever exchanging money, right? So money
Mhm.
is not a hindrance to being able to get support um from me. And with that implementation, which is an extra step, a lot of people don't have that, right? There's not a lot of people that are out here like, oh, we could barter services and stuff, right?
Mhm.
Knowing that, I really give myself permission to be like, girl, sir, thems and
Yeah.
days, hey. you gon' you I'm no, you can't be on my
Right.
calendar, because unless you're not in a space where you're actually ready to do the things, and especially for the work that I do, and even the work that you do, the participant has to be a part of the process. Like, I cannot do this for you. Like, this is for you, and I need you to be actively involved in this. I can't
Mhm.
fill out your discover your destiny things and tell you
Mhm.
what the answers are to your assessment and what that means for your life. I can't make you think through what your gifts and talents are. I can't do any of that. So it's like, if you're gonna be over here, then I need you to be over here actively involved. And so, to your point, it gives permission where judgment does not really, it don't have to be about judgment. Like, things just aren't aligned right now. It often doesn't even really matter why things aren't aligned right now. It's like, they're just not aligned right now. And so, when and if you're ready, this is how you can access. And until then, this is what you can access to be able to support yourself. For me, that feels good, because there is no excuse. Like, it's like, no, you couldn't work directly with me, but there are copious places where you can get all the free game in the world. So you just got to sit down and do it. Now, are you going to sit down and do it? That's what makes the difference between a
Mhm.
DC A client, right? An A client, they done already sat down and did it. They coming up and they saying, girl, because I saw your video and the thing, and you was doing the thing, and I was down to your
Correct.
website. I was looking at the such and the so, and so this is what, that's the A client. You know what I mean? That's
Correct.
the B client, the people that have put in that work on the forefront because they're really serious about it. So for me, it's been helpful to identify what those behaviors are, what those people might say, how they might show up, so that I already know how to guide them, so that they can get the support that they are best aligned with, and free myself from feeling responsibility or obligation to show up for people who are not showing up for themselves.
Yeah, and with that, that's why you're big on community agreements, right? So if you're trying to figure out, well, how do I, figure out what my A client is, how do they act, how do they, think, show up, speak, etc., that's, where community agreements happen. How do you want people to show up
Hmm.
in your space? How do you want them to operate in your space? What are they doing, what are they not doing, in this environment, that is supportive of this community that we're trying to build. Um, Two things I also wrote. One, a lot of the times it's not all of the time is it us that is the issue, meaning the one offering the service, the business owner, the entrepreneur. Not all of the time is it that we aren't communicating properly, or our offer is bad, or our price is wrong, or we often internalize that rejection
Hmm.
that we receive as, and now some that's why data is important. Now sometimes it is you, friend, it is you, right? That price too high and that offer not
Hmm.
right. Okay, if
Hmm.
if we done asked, surveyed 100 people and 89 of them done said the same thing, let's take that into consideration. But also, were we asking all F clients, right? Was that who our
Right.
survey was? Were we asking all ideal clients? Now, all of our ideal clients, they're gonna say, everything would have worked out if not for this, or I would have went proceeded if not for that. Okay, then we take that into consideration. But when we are building out our programs, when we are building out our offerings, our services, when we are, marketing and planning our spaces, we want to plan for the A clients. It is
Mhm.
very
Mhm.
easy to be like, well, I don't know if somebody gonna like this, or I don't know if they're gonna
Yeah.
appreciate that, or I don't know if they're gonna be into this, or this seem a little too woo woo, or whatever. However, when we're planning for that A client in mind, they will appreciate it because they're
Mm-hmm.
an A client. That's what makes them that,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That they
Mm-hmm.
appreciate your offer, that they are valuing what you're saying, is necessary. Again, we're not just, oh, because I like it, they gonna like it, but we're really considering that person. I like to create client avatars, meaning all these characteristics, all those demographics, all those psychographics. Let's put it together. Let's name that person. Let's give them a story, a background, because it helps us to humanize these words that are on a paper now, right? It helps us to humanize this person we're targeting, so that when we are planning our spaces, when we are planning our marketing, our promo, our community, we can visualize that person and really say, well, what is Kim like? Kim is a little fun. She like a little silly. I think I'm seeing bright colors, bubbles. Kim is really giving me, she might be into some woo woo. Actually, I think Kim likes woo woo, right? So we
Mm-hmm.
can truly curate these experiences and these offerings for the people that they are
I'm
for,
looking for.
right? We're
Yeah.
not creating something for somebody who was not even yeah, they're gonna hate on everything you say. They're gonna think that's
Mm-hmm.
silly. They're gonna tell you, yeah, this is kind of boring. I'm not, yeah, it wasn't for you. It wasn't for you. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind as well. That was the last thing I wanted.
Yeah. Can I just wanted to quickly underscore where you just
Yeah.
said you're making the offering for the A client, because I feel like there have been conversations that have been had and it's like, oh, well, what if they don't get it? Or what if the person that we're planning for gets it? They get, this
Mm-hmm.
is not somebody I have to convince. This is not
Mm-hmm.
somebody that I have to figure out like how to get them to get it. Like they get it because that's who this is for. So the clarity in really figuring out who this is for and who are the people that I'm talking to also supports the authenticity and being able to show up and this is who this is for. I'm talking
Yes.
to these particular people. And if you don't fall in this category, I'm not talking to you. And then the matter is then finding ourselves and putting ourselves in position to find those people, right? Where are they in the algorithm? Where are they, over on YouTube? My hand is itching. Also, the woo woo girlies say that's a sign,
Girl.
and the superstitious grandmas, they say money is
Okay.
coming. Hey,
Eba. I say it every time. My hand was itching like crazy yesterday.
send it my
I'm waiting.
direction. Yes. But yeah, that clarity helps on so
Yeah.
many levels because I can clearly communicate it. I can make sure I'm in that space with those people. I release also kind of like this deficit type of mindset. Like, what if they don't
Mm-hmm.
value it? What if they do though? They do,
Yeah.
because this is my ideal client. And there are people out there in every walk of life that are looking for support, right? So it's like your people are going to find you when you know what it is that you're actually offering and you're able to clearly articulate that. The people who are looking for you are going to find you because now you're so clear.
Oh, it was my left
Um,
hand.
the left hand means money. What does the right hand mean?
Since you know it, got your degrees and you know everything.
Right, right. Enlighten us, twin. But yeah,
You are
that's
reminding
what.
me. We're gonna
Go
have
ahead.
this conversation deeper on the Let's Talk Sis podcast, but I seen a video of someone reading body language, and in that her final point was that it was a celebrity basically, and they were saying that they weren't happy with the rollout of this album, and in her reading her body language, she was saying it's not because of what people saying, it's because she lacks direction. She's not
Hmm.
clear on who she is and what she's offering. So to your point, anything she's putting out is gonna, for lack of a
It's
better
going
word,
not gonna
flop
miss.
because it's
Hmm.
not authentic, right? Because it's not coming from a true place of her knowing what she's doing,
Right.
why she's doing it, and who she's doing it for, right?
Yeah.
And so also reminded me of like Anna Delvey. When you believe that thing, when you believe your story, and you can sit up in somebody's face and truly communicate with passion and vigor what it is you believe, you will be surprised how many people believe you. And I'm saying that to say, for us who are woo woo, who are left field, who have these crazy seeming ideas. There are people out there waiting for you to communicate that with passion, with authenticity and clarity, because they will get behind it. That's really what we want. We
Yeah.
want you to believe in what you believe in, so I can believe in it too. Oh,
Right.
like you being your truest, most authentic, most real self is oftentimes what is missing in the room, in the space, in the opportunity. And people are waiting for that. So, finding
Yes.
out who you're talking to, why you're talking to them, what that looks like, all those little nuances is really invaluable when it comes to building your business, your brands, and your boundaries.
Yes, honey.
So,
So, y'all have to let us know what your process is like as you are figuring things out for your own
yeah.
target audience. What does that look like? Rating the A, B, C, D, F system. Also, I did want to say I do feel like that needs to be some kind of ebook or something that you package, or a template, worksheet template or something, because it does feel incredibly helpful. But yeah, let us know what you all got out of this conversation, what you would add to this conversation, what struggles you may have had in this in the road to finding your target audience, and honoring yourself and your authenticity in the middle of all of that. So y'all let us know. Also, hold on before we go. We have some further information regarding the hand itching. Okay. Now y'all check us out and fact check the things and all that. But it says the left hand receives, the right hand gives. Itchy right hand means it's time for action, like you need to make a decision. Something or someone needs your energy. Okay, interesting. Okay. All right. So, y'all let us know. Y'all chime in again. This is a woo-woo-ish space. All right. So feel free to let us know your understanding, what that looks like. Also, if you're feeling confirmations, maybe your hand itching while you sitting here. Tell us the
Okay.
things. Okay. There is some synergistic energy that is present here. Also, thank you for the water reminders. Much appreciated doing that now.
All right, y'all. We will be back here next week. If you're just seeing this post, that means you did not join us live. And we are live every Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern on YouTube to begin our co working. And then we usually have our brands, business, and boundaries discussion around 1:30 ish. So we would love to have you there. And we will see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.